One of the joys of going to Europe is renting a car and driving around. First of all, you get away from all the tourist traps. A lot of the sites that you're able to get to by car are not advertised, which means most of the time they're free. And some of them are just as good as some of the major sites like the Eiffel Tower and so on. But while you're driving around, every now and then you're going to have to stop and stay overnight. Well, one of the places we stopped was the Hotel Belle Vue, which is heading towards Clervaux, Luxembourg, from the Rhine River Valley in Germany. We left Frankfurt, drove along the Rhine, saw a castle or two, and then decided to head towards Luxembourg. We stopped at the Hotel Belle Vue, which is right along the road, and unbeknownst to us, just around the corner was another castle or fortress. We never went up and saw it, but later we've realized that there was one. But the Hotel Belle Vue is right along the road, and yet there's not that much traffic, so it's very quiet and peaceful. We enjoyed our stay there. And I would recommend, if you are driving around by car, van, or whatever, and you have the chance, stay overnight out of the main city centers um, to get a feel of what it's like. Now, obviously, if you're going by train, bus, or something like that, you might want to stay in the city centers. But if you have a car, you have lots of options, lots of opportunities, and you're going to go places where tourists normally don't go. And you're going to be around with a lot of locals. So I would suggest that opportunity. Anyway, the Hotel Belle Vue, it's not a grand place, but it's comfortable, it's quiet, um, and we enjoyed it immensely. We stayed there just the one night, and then we headed up to the castle at Clervaux, which was magnificent to see. And again, there was nobody else there, just us. There was no tourist. It was wonderful. So traveling around Europe by car um, is really an extension of getting into the lives of the real people. It's a pain, obviously, in the major cities because there's no place to park. And a lot of the, excuse me, a lot of the major cities, the streets in the city center are closed to through traffic. Only people who walk and bicycles, things like that. So having a car is a great option if you're going to go into the countryside. What I would suggest is do both. Use a train to go from major city to major city, and then if you want to get out into the rurals, rent a car. Just remember that you want to check to make sure your mileage, that you don't go over your mileage. We happen to do that, and that got me into a little bit of trouble. I had to pay a little extra fee for that. But the mileage is usually really big. For us, it wasn't that big a deal because we drove around so many countries. And the other thing to realize is you need a vignette when you go into some of these countries if you have a rental car. So make sure you get one of those. They're easy to get. You can even get one on the internet. In any case, have a good time. Have wonderful trips, and see you next time.